previously. We looked at the organic roots of the duo, school friends, performing their own compositions, a rare delicacy in the pop shop. From hip-hop trailblazers to oversized Armani blazers, they've navigated through the sewer with ease, thanks mainly to the songwriting and performance skills of George. To the suits, talent and conviction are like garlic to a vampire, turning them from mosquitoes into loyal worker bees. Plans for his solo career have been in place for some time, with the final run of singles and shows already scheduled. But for now, there's business to tie up. They pick up a Brit Award for Best Group and release their Festive single, Last Christmas, the Bookie's #1, but it's held off the top spot by a last-minute contender, Band-Aid's Do They Know It's Christmas, also featuring George. It is, however, the highest-selling single in history not to top the charts, and George even stopped promoting it to support Live Aid, so we'll give it to them. They spend most of '85 touring the world, including 2 shows in China, the first Western pop group to play there, documented in their video Road Diary, Foreign Skies, released on VHS, Betamax and Laserdisc, and topping the video cassette charts worldwide. We witnessed the boys performing with a full live band in Asia at the pinnacle of their career, a full-colour multicam spectacle. The only problem is that it was shot at Shepperton Film Studios in Surrey, about 15 miles outside of London. They did play China, but the footage was buried. George wasn't happy with his hair, so insisted that it be reshot when they returned home. Andrew had even cut his hair short in between, so had to wear a wig. One of the most significant live performances in pop history was just an expensive music video, lip-synced to a reworked studio recording, with footage of a Chinese audience added later. The Ridge, dolled up to the nines in his tartan whistle, looking like he forgot to take the hanger out, making eyes at the non-existent audience through his chunky hairpiece. George is finally happy with his hair, achieving the David Van Day look without fully crossing into Princess Di territory. He agrees to pay all of the costs for the re-recording. Originally told by the director that it could cost him up to $500,000, he signed it off with a smile. That toupee is firmly glued on and he's full of beans, pulling all the rock star moves, safe in the knowledge that the footage of that god-awful Beijing show has been buried. And as this is a reenactment, we see the full 14-piece band. It's worth mentioning that the live shows were actually live, top-quality session musicians, but we don't hear any of them, as to save money it was decided not to recreate the live band sound. There's a clip of the audience, just before they were forced by armed police to sit down and shut their mouths under threat of arrest. So China was an interesting experience, certainly an expensive one for George, but the fans have sucked it up, so it's a win. Next up's Live Aid. Wham are booked to play after Elton John, but it's decided that George will just join Elton for one song instead. A highlight of the show, later released as a single, and it goes to #1. They also release I'm Your Man, #1. His output's strong and prolific, success endless. Everything he touches turns to gold, and his talents have unmistakably outgrown his school friend. Now, the best pop writer and performer of his generation, it's finally time to let go of Andy's hand and walk alone. And so now the bombshell's dropped. Wham, the greatest pop group in history, are to split after one more single and one more show. Now it's all about the cherry on the cake, the final show. 72,000, and on the run-up they're kept busy with interviews and press. They conduct their final interview with Paula Yates, a chance to reflect on the crazy journey and touch upon future plans.
Was any element of inviting trouble, or do you think it's just when you go out and you're at a club, people pick on you if you're there?
Paula mentions Randy's reputation with the tabloids. He's been caught squirting his milk in every corner of the city. Reports of pissed-up gangbangs and rowdy cockfights paint him as a smarmy no talent, and the press have loved mugging him off like the village idiot.
It wasn't a question of getting picked on. I never got picked on.
Nobody picks on the Ridge, and he won't have his Jackie listening to such bollocks. Since the announcement of the split, she's been listening to a lot of Prince ahead of his upcoming UK shows, and with no special talent, it's looking like a very early retirement from the spotlight for this legendary sidekick.
It was just that all the press happened to put the spotlight on whatever I was doing at the time.
What do you think that you'll do next?
Me personally?
Yeah.
It's a deep question for a pop mannequin. He's still climatising to the idea of life without George. The wind beneath his little wings. Like Orville without Keith, he struggles to respond.
Because everyone's, they think that George will just immediately carry on. But everyone, I think there's a lot of pondering about what you might do next, because you've dabbled.
Dabbled in other areas.
Dabbled in other areas, yeah.
He's so lost that they resort to hand-feeding him like concerned parents. What do you want to be when you grow up? Remember what you said earlier. Anything you want.
Yeah, I'm still pondering. But one of the...
Do you feel tempted to do nothing?
I'm always tempted to do nothing. It's my biggest drawback. But
It's uncomfortable. Like a punch-drunk journeyman with nothing left in the tank and nothing to prove. Apprehensively selling tickets to his next beating.
No, I have a certain talent, I feel, for showing off, and I think that we've been approached. We have been approached many times throughout the career by film people.
Hollywood's calling. It's 86. Last year was Cher in Mask. This year Bowie in Labyrinth. Who knows what 87 has in store?
And when the right script, when we're approached, rather I'm approached with the right thing, then I think I may.
Don't you think you'd make an extremely good, younger, thinner Sylvester Stallone? Go on, raise the eyebrow, do the old eyebrow.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
He was in the middle of trying to be serious and suddenly realises that nobody gives a fuck.
I can see it.
This is like an anorexic Italian stallion.
Just brilliant. He makes Andy laugh, saves the interview, and writes my outro joke. What a guy. Peace and love.